and you are trying to play politics now. I will not allow you to do it. Jamaica will not allow you to do it. Don't ever come in here and try to bring politics in. Stop this nonsense of telling people about, well, it is all our responsibility and nationally we must join together. When I was leader of opposition of government business, I came to you, Mr. And I, Mr. Speaker, member from Central Manchester.
Hello everyone, now I hope you're doing fine. Now it's just in order when the government acknowledges the people as its bosses, because it's the people who pay taxes that pays their salary. It's the people who pay taxes that fuels their cars and the security and all that. Now this is a very viral video of the Prime Minister trying to walk out of the Parliament after the argument got heated about the 2023-2024 financial bill, after the opposition raised some questions about the high taxations on the people on these hard economic times when the Jamaicans are really struggling to put up to make ends meet for themselves. Now it was just in this order that the Prime Minister and the people sidelining to the government decided to walk out of the Parliament. Now it is very, very out of order when the government sees themselves as the lords and they do not want to answer to the people who elected them. Now the government should actually acknowledge the people are their bosses, and in any case you try to walk out of your boss, what happens? They sack you. So let's watch this video and come back and give a quick discussion about the same. Thank you so much.
The JLP government came to office in 2016. No less than 8 ministers have been forced to resign or have been otherwise sanctioned for a range of serious breaches, and Jamaica continues to rank poorly on international corruption indices. The move in 2020 to take away the chairmanship of most parliamentary committees from the opposition has weakened that mechanism of holding government to account. The maneuvers to delay the tabling of reports from the Auditor General and the Integrity Commission remains a contentious matter, especially since the legal opinion on which this delay is purportedly based has been withheld from parliamentarians and the wider public. When the former Speaker was forced to resign as a result of an Integrity Commission investigation, the move to replace her with the wife of the Prime Minister, so that the head of Parliament is now the spouse of the head of government, really does not sit well with the tradition that the Speaker must act independently of the government of the day. The Speaker is intended to be independent and must act independently of the government today. That is the tradition. That is the tradition. Mr. Speaker, members. The so-called illicit 6 MPs.
outside.
The failure to disclose the identity of the so-called illicit 6 MPs who are under investigation by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment remains.
Member.
At this time, at this time, there's my number.
Lock off the mic. Oh boy, this no look good.
I don't just come and take figures glibly. I take my responsibility seriously. Now you better, as Minister of National Security, stop this nonsense of telling people about, well, it is all our responsibility and nationally we must join together. When I was leader of opposition of government business, I came to you, Mr. Bunting, and I, Mr. Speaker, member from Central Manchester, and I sat with you when this nation had the greatest opportunity to bring crime under control. I came to you and I sat with you and I said to you, join us. We have criminals on the retreat. We were uprooting the criminal gangs, and I asked you, please join with us then to extend the state of emergency into St. Catherine, where we would have been able to deal with one of the most dangerous criminal gangs in Jamaica. And you, member from Central Manchester, refused. Had we done that, we would have uprooted the most dangerous criminal gang in Jamaica. And today, Jamaicans would have benefited from a safer country. But you played politics then, and you are trying to play politics now. I will not allow you to do it. Jamaica will not allow you to do it. Don't ever come in here and try to bring politics in this. Don't disrespect me. You're out of order.
Hello everyone. Now, it's very important when our leaders are very transparent and accountable to the taxes we pay, to the taxes that we trust them with. It's not their money. We only trust them with how to manage them on different sectors, on different, let me say, on different uses. So there is this one very viral video about the Prime Minister walking out in the Parliament because there was a heated argument about the 2023-2024 finance bill. The opposition raised some questions about how the taxpayers' money is being spent and why the taxes were being raised on common Jamaicans when the economic hardship is still being experienced in the same country, because the taxes have been increasing and the service delivery has been poor on the same note. So on this, the Prime Minister felt offended because other regimes have been passing finance bills in the same parliament without being asked so many questions, and he feels like so many people are so hard on his regime, on his government, on delivery. Now, it's not about being so hard. It's about people go on their life, on their day-to-day lives, looking for this money, looking for how to survive. And in this process, in the whole of this process, the government comes in and taxes and takes some from them. Now, it is very, very vital to note and to tell the people how you use their money, because it's not their money. They just entrusted you with that position to oversee where their money is being used on different sectors, on different infrastructure development programs. So it's not very offensive when someone comes in and tries to maybe bring down the whole transparency note on how their money has been used over the years. Now, it's not in order to increase the taxes when uh, the service delivery is still down. It's not in order to tax people highly when their infrastructure is still low, when their schools are badly doing, when the hospitals have no medicines, have no doctors. It's not in order to tax them when they can't afford a living, when the prices of the common commodities, of the food commodities that they use on a daily basis have increased. The inflation is really hitting hard and no one wants to speak about it. The government role is to safeguard the common citizen of a country. Now, it is not in order when the government is not transparent to the employers, to their bosses. The government when certain governments ascend to power, they should actually note that those who voted them are the bosses. The people, the voters who woke up early, lined up to vote for them are their bosses. It is not in order not to answer back to your boss. When your boss asks you about certain expenditure, how you are using the money given to you by him or her, you should be in a position to answer in a good way, in a more humble way. Now, this is what happens with most African countries, with most black countries. When leaders are elected to power, they seemingly maybe see themselves as high, maybe as the lords, as the kings of this land. And for that case, they should not be asked so many questions. Now, in some cases, I must applaud the Prime Minister for having come out and said how some cash has been used. But at some point, we have seen how the ministers, maybe being more specific, the Minister for Finance and some other minister have been rogue on answering on how they are using the money that has been given to their ministries or allocated to their ministries. Now, it is just in order when they come out and say, this is how we spend the money. This is the only way we can beat corruption, because it's corruption that has led our countries to perform poorly on the global stage. That's why we are still termed as third world countries, but we pay a lot of taxes. We pay taxes to the extent of which we almost matching those first world countries. But where is our money going to? It is just in order when those that have been entrusted with these ministries, with the government, to come out and say to the people where the taxes are going to, how they are being used, and however much they increase the taxes, they should also increase the level of accountability to the people. It is just in order when the government is transparent to the people. Thank you much for watching this video. Please, if you find it so informative, please consider subscribing. Thank you.